Everybody, let's welcome Talor Gooch from Raindrops GC. You had an amazing day today, shot 6 under. The Talor that we've seen all season is back in full force. Tell us a little bit about your day.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a really good day. Out here, if you get the ball in the fairway, you're going to have a chance. Fairways are just tough to hit, and so, I was able to get a bunch of fairways and, made a couple putts today. Yesterday, I really didn't make anything. I played nearly as good, just made nothing, and so made a few more putts today, which was good. Again, for us this week, if we can get in the fairway, we're liking our chances.
What's been your experience this week playing in Spain, both with this amazing golf course, Valderrama, and also just the people and the culture and everything Spain has to offer?
Yeah, so my caddy is from Australia, and we've been talking about all week. There's been a lot of similarities to the Adelaide tournament and this tournament from a sense of even the golf course. There's how you got to play the golf course is similar, and you can tell these people are so excited and there's so much energy, and so it's been spectacular. And I mean, the first evening we were here, my wife's here, and we were like, we could live here. Like, we love this place. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Feeling is mutual. I'm gonna pass it over to Mike.
Can you just talk about your play internationally this season? Obviously, a couple of wins already and playing well this week. I'm sure it's kind of coincidental, but maybe it isn't. How do you kind of explain that?
Partly with what I just said, the style of golf for Australia and here are somewhat similar, and so it's something I'm comfortable with. The types of grasses, the fairways and the greens are the same type of fairways and greens that I grew up on as far as the actual grass, and and same with Australia, and so. For whatever reason, these international tournaments I've played well. I think, like I said, these two tournaments in particular, there's a lot of similarities in the golf course, so that's been helpful. And Singapore was nothing like either of these, so I don't have anything for you there. But someone told me earlier I was 48 under thus far on the international tournament, so hopefully by the end of tomorrow we can be 54 under, just for the sake of it. So I've loved the international tournament so far.
That's what you're taking 65.
I would take 65 and not touch the club tomorrow, and just let them try to go get that for sure.
Just talk about how fun it's going to be tomorrow. Obviously, you'll be playing with Bryson. So.
Yeah. My caddy and I were talking about it's been so cool to see Bryson trending and how well he's been playing during the last recent few months, and so we're halfway through the round, and of course we're paired with him tomorrow after saying like, oh well, now I kind of don't want him to play well tomorrow. But no, we played 5 round together in Singapore, me and Brooks did, and he's one of the greatest of our generation, and so. It's going to be, another great challenge and experience to go and try to beat him tomorrow. And also, like I said, Bryson, another major champion. So it's a fantastic golf course, great history, major champions in the final group. That's kind of what you hope for at the end of the week.
Last question for me, just on the team standpoint. Obviously, you guys are right there. Do you get a thank you card from Bubba every time you have a round like this?
Hey, it's been what I keep telling the 4 of us, like what makes our group so special is, I might be a little biased, but I don't think there's another team with 4 guys that any given week can go and win as on any type of golf course like our 4 can, and so that's what makes us really dangerous. That's where you can have a guy like Harold who wins in DC who is struggling this week, but then you have TP who's picking up the slack, and Bubba who's been a steady player for us. So it's always cool to see kind of who's going to show up for us each week, because like I said, any given week any of the 4 of us can win, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year we have 4 different players with an individual title, and that gives you confidence in your team, because hey, if I don't have a great day, the odds are these other 3 are going to pick it up if I don't have a great day. So we have a fun team, and it's time to go get another trophy tomorrow. Thank you.
Hey Talor, Teddy Fett, the luckiest golfers on earth. Great round today. Now, did you think there was a 63s out there today, or even yesterday?
No, this this golf course with this type of wind, it's so penal. You can't miss a shot. I missed 2 shots today. I made 2 bogeys. I played really well, and it's going to be really tough, really challenging to make it 18 holes out here without a mistake. And if you do, hats off to you, because it's so penal, and not in an unfair way, just, in a really fair, like, it's, what you got to do, it's right there, you just got to go do it. It's just not easy, So, yeah, that's why a second ago when I said I would take a 60, if you were giving me 65, I would take my chances with it and just watch everyone else go and try to beat that, because, yeah, it's such a challenging golf course.
And your team, the Range Goats and the Crushers, are locked up at 10 under. What's that battle going to be like with the captain of the Crushers in your squad?
It's what makes Live great. Like there's so many stories, so many things you got to follow, and it's a golf course that in a 2-hole stretch things can turn really quickly, and so it's one of those days that we kind of faltered down at the finish, but at one point in time it looked like we were kind of pulling away, and all of a sudden we're tied back up, and that's this golf course there's just going to be some tumultuous things happen with guys all over the golf course with different stretches of tough holes, different stretches of birdieable holes. It's just a great golf course that I think is going to create maybe a little bit of drama tomorrow.
Well, let's hope for it.
Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow.
I don't want drama tomorrow, though.
Talor, first off, can you talk about the difference in the winds from yesterday to today? It seemed like scoring was much easier today comparatively than yesterday.
Yeah, there was just a few T-balls yesterday that I think it was a westerly wind yesterday. It just made it tough. And again, out here, off the tee is so crucial because that's what's going to give you a chance to hit these small greens. So I just think the T-balls were not quite as difficult today as they were yesterday. And that's what I would say is kind of the biggest difference maker.
And then if you go on and win tomorrow, there'll be 3 wins out here this year. If there had been 3 wins somewhere else, you would be absolutely on the right. I don't know how much that's in your mindset, but do you think about the fact that you feel like you're making a statement at this point coming into, now we're in July and there's not that much time between now and Ryder Cup?
Yeah, I mean, a few weeks back when I was in Cabo and woke up one morning and I had 137 texts on my phone, and the news that broke of the merger, my immediate thought was, I wonder what this means for Ryder Cup. If apples were to apples, the guy leading the FedEx Cup, the guy leading the live standings, it's like I think my play has shown that it's at least worth a discussion, and at the end of the day, the better I play, the more that is just going to be a discussion, hopefully. So I got to go win, and I got to go prove that I'm worthy of having a discussion about.
Have you had any discussions at all with Zach?
I have not, no.
So I was just on the 17th with Bryson, and the atmosphere down there is really special. It's more professional than the golf event. It's something else. How was the vibe for you when you were down there? Is this what you wanted the live product to look like?
Well, how far is Ibiza from here? Or Ibiza, however you say it. At first I was like, this is, we're probably pretty close. But it was so cool, and when I played that hole, Cam made like a 30-footer for eagle, and they went nuts. And so it was, I looked at my caddy, and I go, how cool is this? Like, it's part of what makes Live so fantastic. The crowds just are so into it, so energetic. It's just a blast, and I get on 18T with Cam, and I was like, how freaking sweet was that, dude? So yeah, it was awesome. It was loud. It was vibrant. It was everything that is fun about a golf tournament. If I was a fan.
That's great. Your change of form this year has been quite remarkable, really. You've picked up 2 wins already. What do you put that down to? Is there some extra motivation? How you treated by other authorities in the game?
No, I mean, if you look at my career, you know, my first year on the PGA Tour, I had an injury. I was out for a month. My second year on tour, I had an injury. I was out for 2 months. And so kind of right when I got on PGA Tour and kind of got going, I was fighting some injuries a little bit early, and so I couldn't get into a rhythm and a routine really with my game and my scheduling and, you know, just understanding how to be a professional golfer. And so, you know, finally I kind of started getting my feet under myself, and, you know, if you look at kind of the pace of my career, I've figured out how to kind of improve year after year. And so, you know, last year I had a handful of moments where I was in contention and had a chance to go win tournaments, and I didn't get it done. And so, you know, you hope the natural progression was then, you know, you start to win tournaments, you start to get more comfortable, and that experience, it just yields confidence and belief. And so, you know, we haven't, you know, found any, you know, pixie dust to sprinkle on my golf clubs or anything. We just continue to work hard and trust in the process, and know that if we get better each day, you know, when we look up a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, you know, we're going to have done some good things.
Any Spanish media? Nope. Great. Thank you so much, Taylor. Good luck tomorrow.